So it might not be the industry standard and someone's probably going to shout at us in the comments, but we like to have bright XLR cables, and we do this for two particular reasons. The first reason is that each colour represents a different length. So our green XLR cables are the longest, our orange ones are like the mid-sized ones, and then our black and blue ones are the shortest. But the most important thing is that, say you boom in a film and it's a dark scene and your boom pole's black and you dip the boom slightly, you might not realise this when you're shooting and you might see it in post, but if it's bright orange, it's pretty obvious that it's going to be in shot. So we like to have bright coloured XLR cables, as well as lens caps, as well as wedges. We like bright colours here at the Film Nook.
The video we brought out last week was the best way to buy camera equipment, and that was all about buying something really cheap until you break it, and then you know you need to use it lots, and then you can buy a professional one. And that's exactly what I did with this track. I made this track a couple of years ago because I thought that I would need one, and I didn't actually use it too many times. I only used it on 2 different projects, and it actually saved us a lot of money making it instead of buying a professional one, because if I bought a professional one it would have probably just sat there for the last couple of years. What we're using it for is for Tuesday's video, which is actually all about a door wedge. It's a little bit of a strange one, but it's strange how handy these things are, so wait for that one on Tuesday. So yeah, this is the track. It's all DIY, and you know what? It's not too bad. It works. I don't know if we'll be able to use it for anything in the future, but we know we always have it, and yeah.
Device testing and volume referencing the sound for your film is something that we don't really talk about here on the indie level of filmmaking. We've got a video that we posted here a couple of weeks ago if you want to know more, but essentially I'm listening to the Asylum Groove on a bunch of different devices and just checking that it all sounds at least okay on the worst possible device, which just happens to be my phone. So you listen to it on your phone, you listen to it on some headphones, PC speakers, you go back home and listen to it on your telly, and if you can, try to listen to it on some really high quality studio monitors. Say if you know someone who is a musician or a producer, or if you're at university or college, try and get into the cinema and give that a go.
One of the things I've learnt about colour grading our short film The Asylum Groove is that my monitor isn't calibrated very well. So I'm colour grading it on this monitor, and it's not the true representation of what the final grade looks like. You know, when I tested on Richard's monitors, my TV at home, and even my phone, it looks very different. So it's a kind of a constant battle of trying to get it right on here, test it on everything else. I am following like the waveform and make sure nothing's clipping and the blacks are not too underexposed. But it is a constant battle. I've been using this false colour plugin to try and balance everything out as well, and you can find out more information about that here if you want to check it out. The film will be coming out in a couple of weeks, and if you would like to know a little bit more about the colour grading process and what we've done from the raw image to get the final image, let us know in the comments below, and we possibly might make a video about that.
So one last thing you want to do before you upload and get your film online is send it to all the people that helped you make it. So first of all, this lets them celebrate the film, they get to see it, see all of the hard work, but also you've been looking at this edit for days, weeks, possibly even months or years, and you're anticipating every single cut, every single moment, every single footstep. So getting fresh eyes on an edit will definitely help, and they might notice something that you don't.